Hey, what's going on guys? It's Chris from Togger.ca. Today we're going to talk about the R6 and why you should switch over from your Canon DSLR, whether it's 5D4 or 5D3, over to the R6 or the R series of cameras. Now, when we look at the R6 right away, a lot lighter, about 2/3 the weight of a 5D4, better ISO, so way better in a low light setting. Built-in in-camera stabilization, which works really awesome. 6,000 plus focus points versus 61 on a 5D4. And the continuous shooting, 12 frames per second versus a 7 frame per second 5D4. Now, I've played around with it for the last few months. Studio shoots, outdoor shoots, used it for a wedding, and it's performed well in every shape and form. I gotta say though, it took a while to switch over to mirrorless. I was just waiting for the right time when Canon would come out with the right mirrorless line for me. And that meant not just performance, but even things like the battery life needs to be good enough because I do shoot long events sometimes. And yeah, I was so happy when they came out with the R5, R6 cameras. Played around with the R5 and also a great camera, of course. But I decided to go with the R6 for now. Not just because of cost, but also a lot of the in-camera features, a lot of it is the same between the two. Key differences being that the R5 is higher resolution both for video and for photo, which is not something that most of my clients need. Now, if I come across a job where I will require that extra bump, I can either use my 5D4 or at that point I'll invest in an R5. But as far as the in-camera stabilization, how it handles most video and photo scenarios, pretty close to each other. The 5D4, still an awesome camera. And I mean, even though it is a little bit heavier and stuff, there are certain features where it is better than an R6. So for one thing, higher max sensor resolution at 30 megapixels versus the R6 is 20 megapixels. And although it's 61 focus points, I mean, if you know your way around a camera, you're gonna get sharp images still from this camera. And higher video resolution as well. I know both says 4K, but the resolution coming out of the 5D4 is a little bit higher as far as video goes. A little bit better color depth as well coming out of the 5D4. So things like skin tones and anything with bright colors, you are going to notice a little bit of difference, almost 2.5 times more photos per full battery versus the R6. So I hope that helps. Top 5 differences again on the R6. Better ISO, in-camera stabilization, 6,072 focus points, lighter camera, 12 frames per second. And in comparing the 5D4 and its top 5 advantages, I would say, we got 30 megapixels versus 20 on the R6, about 900 shots on a full battery, better color depth, better max video resolution, 4K photo mode. But for now, I'm done. If you have any other questions, feel free to post it in the comments below. Click on subscribe if you want to stay up to date on my future videos. Take care. I'll talk to you later.